I'm making a barrel lifter today, which I designed as an engineer. Made a drawing, had this welder make up this plate. I went through some iterations on how to do this, but I think I finally came up with the right idea. Now I made this cable. I'm making this cable to go through those loops, and I have to cut this cable. So how many times have you gone to cut this cable, and if you try to cut it with bolt cutters, any kind of scissors, it'll shrivel, it'll spew out. Bolt cutters won't. Now, scissors would do it if you had a good enough scissors, but bolt cutters will squash it, and then the individual strands will, you won't be able to cut them. You'll have to cut them individually. And I thought, well, I use a hacksaw. And then I thought, well, I could put a couple nails here. And then I thought, wait a minute. I got power tools. I'll bet this will cut it quick. Only problem is you need earplugs, which I've been using. I can't find real earplugs, so I've been using Walmart bags lately. That's my latest thing. I was using Kleenexes. Really, Walmart bags work pretty good. Alright, here we go. Let's see. This is a trial run. Let's see if it'll work. It's always been important to me to have the right tool for the job, on the job. Thinking, oh, I want to put a loop. I want to put a loop on the top. And I was looking around for a loop. I had one at one time, and I didn't know it was strong enough either. And I thought, wait a minute, how about a chain? I thought, how about the length of a chain? And then I thought, well, I could do a chain, 2 lengths of a chain, and then I can grab it here with my, I gotta use a engine hoist to lift it. I don't want it too tall. The only other thing I don't know is going to happen is when the barrel's sitting in here, what those wires are going to want to do. This is how you clamp a cable. And I left a little extra on this one in case it's in case I want to make it a little longer. And I just got to make sure they're equal. That'll be tricky, but not impossible. I just kind of have to. Might have to make it. I figure the sand weighs 500 pounds. Between 500 and 1,000. It doesn't weigh 1,000. I might need to do something between here and here. I think I'll try it. And see what it does first and make my decision later. I had a problem with this design, which is somewhat funny if you have a sense of humor. The way this engine hoist has to lift has to have these 2 legs straddling the load, and with that thing being bigger than the, and with them being angled, it has to sit like that. So I lift it up 4 inches and then I have to stop. So what I'm going to have to do, I thought about it, and what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to block up the engine hoist to the extent that I can get it high enough so the wheels will go under it. And once they go under it, I'll be able to lift it high enough to get it in that trailer, I believe. So it'll be a two-step process. And then getting it out of that trailer is going to be another problem, but we'll worry about that when that time comes. One question is, can I get all three in there? I think it's possible. We'll see. So I have to put this high enough so that I can lift this up and then block it, get under it. So that's 8 inches minimum. So I have to have the bottom of this at least 8 inches higher than what it is. Actually, now that you mention it, I better check that out. So currently it's 4.5. So that means I'll have to have it up, the bottom of it up to 12.5 inches. Well, no, that's not right either. Because I can currently lift it 4 inches, but I need to be able to lift it 8 inches. So I have to have the bottom of this 8 inches off the ground. It's currently 4.5 inches. So I just have to put it maybe 9 inches. Let's go for 9. The bottom of this, 9 inches off the ground should do it. Well, I've got it more than 8 inches off the ground, but the problem I'm going to have now is I don't know if I have enough blocks to block it up. There's not much left of this house because we're selling it. This side is just a little bit looser than the other side. And so it looks like this is going to work pretty well. The natural flexibility of this plate helps to even it out, but I just tighten this one up a little. Looks like this is going to work okay. Just pull out like this when it's already, there's already some resistance on it. The other side is, try and get it kind of equal. The other side's not tight, but it's kind of got some tension, about as much as I can pull like this. It really isn't so bad of a process, step by step. It's actually 3 steps. You have to lift it up. You have to, lift it up off the ground, move it, then lift it up, block it up, then move the thing, lift it up the rest of the way. Then when I move it, when I move it to the trailer, I set it on the rungs themselves, and I can roll it on the concrete, then lift it in the trailer. But I was afraid to put more than 2 in this trailer because it's kind of a point load. I think the trailer itself is okay, but it's only got little angle iron underneath of it. I need to put some more probably. But anyway, now it's going to be a trick getting them off. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get them off. This thing rolls through the grass pretty easy with no load on, but it won't roll with a load on. So now I've lifted the barrel, moved the trailer, and I moved the lifter. So now I've got that barrel sitting on one block, but I need to get that plate out. And I'm really not sure how I'm going to do it. And I don't have a lot of time to think about it. I got to do it in the next few minutes. I guess maybe I'll get a couple of blocks and slide it onto the blocks. This barrel is really heavy, but it is possible to kind of slide it and walk it. That's the one thing you can do is manhandle it. Plan on buying a tractor, and the tractor will just lift it straight up. Of course, I'll still have to have that plate under it. But it'll lift it up, and then I can just carry it anywhere. I had thought to make a lifter that would fit around the rim, but I was afraid. I thought about it for a long time. I was going to have a guy bend a piece of rebar that would go all the way around and then put lifting hooks around it. But I just got to be a little bit afraid that something would go wrong. The steel barrel, they sell things that grab a hold of it. But this plastic barrel, I was just afraid it wouldn't, something would go wrong with the plastic, and then I would have the fixture, the plan to move, and no move, and back to square one basically. So I didn't do it that way. So for the final part of this video, I bought a new machine, or as they say, new to me, and I think it will make this type of work a lot easier. You have to be more careful. See, actually, in spite of its age, it's a very powerful machine. People get hurt doing this stuff. Looks like my glasses are about ready to fall apart. A little teeny. Hopefully they'll last until this is over. Brakes don't lie.